So the question I have for you today is what would actually happen to your body if you completely remove sugar for 14 days? Not just reduce it or cut it back, but truly give your body a break from it. Because most people don't realize that sugar doesn't just affect your weight, it affects your hormones, your metabolism, your brain, and even how your organs function. So let's walk through step by step what actually begins to shift inside your body. Shift number one, your cravings start to disappear. One of the first things that happens is your cravings begin to drop. And this isn't willpower, this is physiology. Because every time you consume excess sugar, your blood glucose rises quickly. Your body responds by releasing insulin, a hormone whose job is to bring that sugar down. But here's the problem. It often brings it down too far to compensate for the overload of sugar in the bloodstream. And that drop creates what feels like low blood sugar. And your brain interprets it as we need more sugar. So you get stuck in this loop: sugar spike, crash, crave, and repeat. When you remove sugar, you break that cycle. And within just a few days, those intense cravings start to fade. Shift number two, you become less hungry. This one surprises people because you actually feel less hungry. Because hunger isn't just about food, it's about fuel access. When your body is constantly running on sugar, it loses flexibility. Your cells start resisting insulin, which is what we call insulin resistance. When that happens, glucose cannot efficiently enter the cells to create energy. So even though you're eating, your cells are essentially underfed. That creates constant hunger. When you remove sugar, you begin to restore that sensitivity. Because yes, you can heal insulin resistance. Now your body can actually access fuel properly and hunger naturally decreases. Shift number three, your energy becomes stable. If you've ever felt tired after eating, that's not normal fatigue. That's a blood sugar crash. When you're eating clean foods, they actually energize you after eating them, which is what food is designed to do, to actually fuel us. When sugar spikes and then drops quickly, the brain experiences that low energy. So you feel tired, foggy, and unfocused. But when you remove sugar, you eliminate those extreme swings. Your brain starts receiving a more stable energy supply. So instead of needing constant stimulation, you feel consistent, steady energy throughout the whole day. Shift number four, weight loss and why it happens. In the first week, many people notice rapid weight loss. A large portion of that is water retention, and here's why. Sugar increases insulin. Insulin signals the body to retain sodium, which pulls in water. So when you reduce sugar, your body releases that stored fluid. That's why people often feel less bloated, lighter, less puffy after that initial phase, and your body begins shifting towards using stored fat as fuel, not because you're forcing it, but because you've removed that constant supply of quick sugar. Shift number five, mood and focus improve. Your brain is extremely sensitive to blood sugar fluctuations. It affects neurotransmitters, and that's why people feel irritable, anxious, or mentally scattered. When blood sugar stabilizes, so does brain chemistry. You may notice more calm, better focus, and clear thinking. It's not just mental, it is metabolic. Shift number six, your skin begins to clear. Your skin is a reflection of what's happening internally. So when insulin levels are constantly elevated, which occurs anytime you eat more than 75 grams of carbs per day for the average adult, it increases certain hormones like androgens. In women, this can contribute to acne. In men, high insulin can suppress testosterone. When you reduce sugar, you begin to rebalance these pathways, and many people notice clearer skin, less inflammation, and a healthier glow. Shift number seven, less inflammation and stiffness. Chronic sugar intake drives inflammation in the body, and inflammation often shows up as joint stiffness, aches, and pain. When you remove that trigger, the body has a chance to calm that inflammatory response. So people often feel more flexible, less pain, and more ease in their movement. Shift number eight, your body shifts fuel sources. Now this is where it gets really interesting because around day 2 or 3, your body begins shifting from relying on sugar to using fat as fuel. This process involves creating new enzymes that allow your cells to run on fat more efficiently. And when that happens, your body can produce something called ketones. Ketones are a clean, efficient fuel source for the brain. And they've been shown to support mental clarity, nerve health, and brain function. So this isn't just about weight. This is actually about cellular energy efficiency. Shift number 9, your organs begin to recover. Reducing sugar gives your organs a break. Your liver in particularly plays a huge role here. Excess sugar, especially refined sugar, contributes to fat accumulation in the liver. Over time, this can lead to what's called fatty liver. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is one of the fastest growing diagnoses in the United States. So when you remove sugar, your body can begin using that stored fat as fuel. So you're not just losing weight externally, you're actually cleaning up the liver and improving your internal organ function greatly. And the final shift is improved kidney and cardiovascular function. When blood sugar is consistently elevated, it puts stress on the kidneys and blood vessels. That's why these systems are often affected in metabolic conditions. When you reduce sugar, you reduce that burden, which then supports your kidney function, your circulation, and long-term cardiovascular health. But here's what I really want you to take away from all of this. This isn't about eliminating sugar out of fear. It's about understanding how your body works, because your body is incredibly intelligent, and when you remove what disrupts it, it naturally restores and heals itself. So if you want to go deeper into this, I have 2 free resources for you. The first is a guide that outlines the many ways that sugar impacts your body. And the second is a simple quiz to help you understand your relationship with sugar. These resources will just give you more clarity and awareness so you can begin making decisions that truly support your health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.